Welcome to Indie News and exciting news today for us. We are back on our original YouTube channel. Time has been served for us on that copyright violation during late November. The suspension began. So we haven't been able to be on our channel, and we've been dying to be back on our channel for months now. So now we're back on it. We have renamed the channel the Indie. Here we go. I'll show you guys. For those of you on YouTube, you're not going to be able to see this, but for those not on YouTube, you guys can see, and I'll tell you the new name. The new name is the Advocating Channel, indieadvocates.com. So how cool is that? That's a testament to waiting it out and getting through it, and now we're back on our channel. I'm very excited. We filmed for the first time today. Kind of happy. We got a new upgrade also to This Week in Indie Comics. We'll talk about that in a few moments. But for now, let's see what happened on Indie Advocates today. My name is Mr. Anderson, and I am the advocating voice, of course, for Indie Advocates. We had some amazing cosplay to share from you from Tampa Bay. We had mentioned this last week. I'm going to mention it now. We're going to officially be done with 2018 in 2017 cosplay in May. So this is the last of it. Some amazing stuff still coming, though. A throwback thread for Comics Unknown Torchbearer. Check it out. Alter Life did an amazing show today. We did something we've never done before. I did a review. I did a live 7 reasons to back this Kickstarter with the creator of Alter Life, Caleb Tharos, and it was amazing, and we had so much fun. And that was because Kickstarter Last Rites only had 2 Kickstarters, and I even stretched to have the Alter Life on it. And I was like, cool, let's do this. And I reached out to Caleb, and I'm like, hey, it'll be good. And he's like, yeah, I can make it. We made it happen today, so that was pretty awesome. We were gone for so long, the phone overheated. I learned that if I have it on the clamp a certain way, I can't breathe, it'll overheat. So I learned something today. So it's a good day. Learning is good. Comic-Con exits and all Kickstarters we will talk about at the end of the show. So that's a hint to what's new in This Week in Indie Comics. Art of the Day from Ryan Cummings. Artwork from the new action adventure, The Rumble Kings. Check it out now. The Creative Process press release. This is a video presentation on how to fill out one and how to give it to us so we can help advocate for you. We are going to update it in a little while. We haven't updated it just yet, so it does have a lot of written sins written in it. The reason we haven't updated it is because I do want to kind of get a feel for certain other things, and it'll make sense once I redo it, but I've been kind of checking on different things and trying out some formats. But I have been a little busy lately, so that's on the back plate type thing. And right now, it's a basic idea of what you should be doing for a press release, so it works. There will be an update coming in the spring. Lucha Mystery Release Video. Check it out. See what the mystery is all about. The Creative Process, the article Pricing Your Own Comic Book. And this was an interesting one we had done where we went back and forth. And to this date, I don't think people's pricing understands it. And a friend of mine, and I do consider him a friend, got kind of short with me about it. And he was telling me, oh, I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that. And I kept pressing him for things. Things didn't line up. So I think what it is that some guys have been doing it so long, they have ins now that they don't like talking about. I know a creator who told me that he prints a 22-page comic book for $1.50 a comic book, but that's because he's got a relationship with the printer for it. So, guys like that don't have to pay as much as the rest of us have to pay to get comic books made. So, of course, their prices are less. Just a food for thought moment. And how can we advocate for you? This was, of course, when we relaunched just a few weeks ago, and now we're asking you, how can we advocate for you? And that is a general question. If you guys have a new way we can advocate for you, let us know. And the one thing I do want to stress is I don't play daddy, and I'm not going to chase you. We have enough interest in people constantly wanting us to cover them that I don't have the time to invest chasing you down. So if you want coverage, you got to do the steps. And you'll get it. It's that simple. Put the work in. One of the worst things I did in 2016 and 17 was waste time on creators who weren't willing to put in their part of being advocated for. And that's something important to always remember. If you want to get noticed, make noise. Be noticed. Don't expect people to do the work for you. MegaCon went down. Mega Cosplay went down at MegaCon Tampa Bay. Batman and Robin, Batgirl and Robin were there. Obviously, I'm having a brain malfunction this evening. Too much of the Kickstarter last rites, I guess. And we're going to talk about the amazing Michael Netlin's Kane comic book issue number 2, which is now on sale. You can get it now. It is not suitable for children, but it is pretty damn cool. Check it out. Throwback thread, congrats to James and Pedro. This is when they successfully funded a Kickstarter. Way back in the day, we used to announce them post by post. Obviously, now they show up on this program. It's kind of why we made this program, so we didn't have to do certain things like that. We also got rid of the annual survival, which I'm kind of down about. We do replay the ones we've already done, but I'm kind of down about it because I kind of liked it, if that makes sense, but that's just me. So, and the annual survival was celebrating people's birthday, but people felt like we weren't doing everyone, because there was a point when our site was smaller, and I could point out a couple creators, but now when you have 21,000 subscribers, it's kind of hard to do that, so we don't. Art of the day from AJ Kincaid, McKay Emmenshin. Hope I got that close to right. Coming book, the creators, the comic book, volume 1. We're still trying to work on that. Stay tuned for more information on that. And I would like to officially congratulate my team and myself for a successful content creator search. I mean, mentor search. I spelt mentor wrong. Wow. And I didn't even realize that. And that was out there. Meteor search. But it was a fantastic last 48 hours. I'll go over that in a creative process, what I did and how I was able to raise $400 in just about 28 hours. And you guys will have to judge if it's the method you want to try in the future. Now in comic previews, Bless the Children. And this cosplay was fantastic. And I think it's because I'm from the 90s. And I'm going to take a moment, just a quick moment, to give you guys a full look at it. And I do suggest looking at it on your own time, because it is so cool. This is like my Nirvana Poison Ivy. She's beautiful. She puts the elements together well. They're wrapped around there. But it's also got that Nirvana grunge feel. I really dug it. It's one of my favorites of the year. So check it out. Get your own copy of Night Today. What does that mean? Well, you're going to have to click the link to find out. Art of the day for Leprechaun. St. Patrick's Day was Jesse Hansen. And no, I'm not going to do an Irish voice. And I probably could because I'm Irish. I'm not going to do it. But it was great art. Check out Jesse Hansen. And I believe a few characters from Rochelle Universe now in pre-order. The pre-order is over, but it's still there. Oh, wow. I'm drawing a blank. I asked how to pronounce this, and now I cannot remember because I'm on the spot. Enter Dulcie. That's what it was. Dulcie. Enter Dulcie. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I hope so. And Fetish Babies from St. Patrick's Day, from V-Day to St. Patrick's Day. The significance of these dates, even though the Kickstarter is over, it is an interesting story. You should check it out. New York Comic Con displaying its cosplay magic, captured by Mr. Anderson. Domino, my favorite character. I'm so excited she's in the movie. I can't wait for Deadpool 2. WSN News, Russell Notel has made it into another life. He did the annual survival. Obviously, I think that's scheduled for the wrong day. I'll have to track back and see what it was. I guess we were talking about it in news at that. Originally, the news program were just threads. We hadn't gotten to this point yet, so that was from 2 years ago. And Last Licks, I know it sounds dirty, but it's also a baseball metaphor. So when you send your hate mail, just keep that in mind. Why you should back Fetish Babies and the powerful message behind the story. Please do check it out, though. The message didn't change because the Kickstarter's over. MegaCon's play went down at MegaCon. I wonder why this misfired. Let's check it out now, and then we're going to go into Indie Comics this week. Or This Week in Indie Comics, I should say. So, yeah, apparently this just misfired. I guess it was one that didn't make it. So, it might have been one that I wound up not seeing. My apologies for that. We'll have it removed from the site, as it's apparently not going anywhere. So, all right. And this is true. I am not on this earth to be anyone but myself, and I hope you all feel that way. Be yourself. Be original. Be the best you can be. And this is This Week in Indie Comics. So before we start, I'm going to explain the upgrade and the change to it you guys are going to see. Comic cons are now being covered. How we're going to do it is twofold. The first fold is going to be with billboards. Anyone who has a billboard will have their own thread. Now, let's say you didn't make a billboard. That's fine. That's okay. You're going to get grouped in with all the other creators who are going to that con. But isn't that awesome? Being with other creators? I mean, come on. How could that be bad? And I'm just realizing we didn't update one, but we'll update it for a later show. We're putting all the names in the title. So, and you guys are going to see Kickstarters and This Week in Indie Comics. And we've also expanded how many threads you see on a page. So now we don't have to switch pages while we're doing this. And this weekend, I'm going to be with my indie advocating team, depending on who's going to be there. I'm going to be in Fort Myers. It's a home show for us at CalusaCon. I believe Shorty is going to be with me. Well, that'll be exciting. And I'm going to be doing a panel. Do you want to come see me talk about comic books and talk about how to create and promote comic books in 2018? Then come on by to Fort Myers at the CalusaCon and check me out. It'll be at 11 a.m. Please show up, hang out with me, maybe stay later, and we'll go out and get dinner and talk comics. You're paying, though. Kickstarter Talk issue 11. We don't know when we're filming issue 12, so this might stand until Thursday. I might film tomorrow. Kids are off of school for spring break, so times might vary on that program. Stay tuned for more on that. See all the exits off the Comic-Con highway. Once again, I have to learn not to read things when they're wrong. This should not have been here. Welcome to Monday, right? The Libertarian Comic Book is in need of We the People. You are We the People. And whether you're left, right, or center political, their intentions behind the creators for this book to make you think, nothing more. It's okay to disagree with them, and conversations must be had. Autism awareness is about the education and acceptance of autistic needs children. Educating the public about acceptance of special needs children and their value. Most autistic children and adults don't communicate or socialize the way the typical individuals do. Autism awareness and R4AU attempts to break the barrier and help kids connect. They need a voice, and we give them one. They're our future. And there's an awesome Kickstarter help. Speaking of getting a voice, we're going to go over in just a minute. But you could also support the R4AU unit and the team behind it, the Autistic Jedi and the Jedi Mom, as they go from con to con by buying a patch here and helping them get from one event to another. Remember, supporting a Kickstarter takes only a single dollar. $1 shows support, attracts attention, help funds projects, supports indie creators, helps create new worlds, and it shows everyone who's following you on Kickstarter that you put your money where your Kickstarters are, and maybe that'll get them to back what you're excited about too. Kickstarter for the Independent Creator, a second edition, is a practical and informative guide for crowdfunding made by the amazing Madeline Holly Rising, who, of course, is from Boston Metaphysical Society fame. And, of course, this is the time of the program where we actually get to applaud a Kickstarter that has launched off the program. Happens to be mine. All I can say is this is our third book about fetish babies. When everyone said that we would never get one book to fund, we have had 3 books to fund, raising, I believe, over $5,000 to bring this project to life now in total. And I'm blown away by the support, and I'm very thankful for everyone who's been on this journey, and know that we're not done. We're only just getting started. Speechify. Remember I was talking about the cool thing for kids with autism? Well, this is it. Speechify. Every child deserves a voice. App for autism. It's an app for autism. It's Speechify. It gives your child a voice. Speechify app for kids with autism. This is for them to be on, not on iOS. They're already at the Apple Store, but for them to be on the other platform, Android, I believe. I'm almost 100% sure it's Android that they're trying to be on. So they're already on iOS if you want to get it, but back it through here and share it. It's a great cause. Alter Life, amazing story. I call it the Black Mirror comic because I want to see this made into a Black Mirror episode. It is that good. It would fit perfectly. This is Alter Life Journey to the End. It's a hardcover graphic novel. It is set in a world of seemingly infinitive realities. Jake is on a quest to find his dead wife and daughter, but nothing is what it seems. And you guys can notice right here, Indie Advocates Last Right. This is my review of it, and it's also on Last Rights where we had the interview, the 7 questions. It is amazing. I'm going to have to wind up chopping it up into 3 different articles. It is that amazing. So much information about a worthwhile cause. Check it out today. Tales from the Black Circle is now live on Indiegogo. Black metal gone wrong. Best explanation I get it, but it's entertaining and it shows some stuff that's a narrative of true and fiction put together. This is mature, but it's laugh it forward comedy and comics to change the world, because punching Nazis is hard work, but why can't it also be fun? 2 new comedy books and a lifetime of laughter and activism. The Scientists. I don't know why it says why. I have to actually check that out. See if that's a miscue from us. We can actually do that real quick. While that loads, is an adventure of prodigies in peril of young genius and his fellow prodigies are kidnapped on their way to science fair, and they must find their way to escape. So we're going to quickly just head on to the Kickstarter platform and see if I screwed up when I translated it here, or am I? No. YA. I don't know what a YA adventure is. A young adult. There we go. Duh. A young adult version. See, sometimes I'm slow, but I get it. Comic-Con Highway exits. Here they come. WonderCon, March 23rd to the 25th. Well, and I'm going to just read this off to all of them. Some of them have billboards. Some of them do not. This is just WonderCon. We're going to go in order. Madeline Holling Rising and Justin Kirkman is going to be there. My friends also will be joined by my other friend, Sean Fournet, as WonderCon will have Fournet in it. Also, you can check out site friend Terry Mayo, as he's going to be talking about Atlantean Comics, who are bringing back the newsprint panel. It's a panel that is going to be exciting with David Lucero, Jordan Hart, Terry Mayo, and Michael Kogue, I think. It's amazing. Check it out. Great panel. That's going to be in room 208 at 5:30 on Friday, March 23rd, this Friday. We'll have the regular... Sorry about that. We will have the regular show for the Indie Comic. Hold on one second. We will have the Indie Comic-Con Highway and the Comic-Con Highway filmed on the same day tomorrow or Thursday. I will get back to you on that as well. We might give it to Thursday, give some people some extra time. But other than that, if I see the Facebook thing is done, I'm going to film it tomorrow. So here's the thing. We're only covering on this. And I know you think, well, why would you need that show if we're talking about it every night? Because this is also just about the indie comic book creators. So the Indie Comic-Con Highway, we're going to talk about every day on the news. While the Comic-Con Highway as a whole, which includes the Indie Comic-Con Highway, will be filmed once a week. And that will also tell you about the different events, the different Comic-Cons where we don't know of a creator that's going to be there, but still might be worth checking out to support indie comics. Orison is a horror comic about survival on one of the largest mountains in the world. It looks interesting. I can't wait for us to talk about it on Kickstarter Talk coming this week. Angelica Reigns is back. I'm excited. Straight off of SFC. She's here for her second issue. For those who read issue number 1, you know she looks like she's probably going to be in a bad mood. And this preview art definitely seems to tell that. Angelica Reigns returns to take her shot at the Faith. I talked greatly about how Savannah Comic-Con was one of my favorite Comic-Cons this year. I know it's early in the year, but I still think it'll stay my favorite towards the end. It's going to be hard to beat. Those people who made Savannah Comic-Con have actually gone and made another Comic-Con, which I think is actually going to be bigger and better. It's called Fairfax Comic-Con Creators. It's going to be on August 25th and 26th. That's my birthday weekend. I'm turning 40. What I want you to do is bring your creations to me to show me what you're creating. How cool would that be? So I need you to back the Kickstarter. It's already funded, but I want you to come see me. Spend my birthday weekend. I'm turning 40. How often does that happen? Probably every year after I turn 40. I don't think I'm going to age anymore. I've decided I'm staying 40. I might even stay 39. Maybe I'll just cancel this year. But if you're going to be in Ohio, go to the Gem City Comic-Con, which will feature Stephanie Fournet, Frank James Bailey. And by the way, Frank James Bailey has an actual panel about voice acting. It's the only time he's going to do it this year. So check it out. We'll have that information up on the site tomorrow for more clarity and probably its own thread. Andy Shaggy Corte will also be in attendance. He's going to be there in attendance. Mission: we seek to promote art and reading by introducing kids. That must be a little bit for the actual event. Gem City is also a fan favorite. People love going to that. Check out the Veterans Wife. This is how we always end our programs. We ask you to check out Veterans Wife on Facebook because we believe in supporting our veterans, and this is your opportunity to do that. We also like to thank all the veterans. We truly appreciate your service. We would like to give an extra special thank you to all the veterans that don't want to be recognized. The silent stoic veterans, for the horrors that they have seen in war, is to them nothing to be thanked for. They don't put it out there for the world to know. They are now at home struggling with a new battle, and we want them to know they're not alone. You're loved and appreciated, and you will always be our heroes, even if you refuse the title. This has been Indie News for March 19th, 2018. My name is Mr. Anderson, and I am the advocating voice for indie advocates. If there is something you want us to advocate for you, send us an email at indieadvocates@gmail.com.